That stubborn belly fat is always the last place to go. Well, here's the truth. New research shows why this always sticks around, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. So without further ado, let's jump into the 6 belly fat burning habits and tools you need to lose the love handles and podge for good. Belly fat burner number 1, fix what's happening internally first. Before you worry about 6-pack exercises or fat burning workouts, you need to do what 99% of guys skip. Review your blood work. Why? Because your hormones decide how well your body burns fat, or if it stores it around that stomach. Without doing this, it's like trying to empty a pool with buckets, but the tap is still running at full speed. That tap is things like high cortisol, high insulin, low testosterone, chronic inflammation. These things don't just slow down fat loss, they literally tell your body to hold onto it, specifically around that belly. And here's the big problem. You can be in a calorie deficit, training hard, eating clean, but if these markers are off, your body will fight you every step of the way. When I work with clients, I always start with blood work first, because it tells me, is their metabolism working efficiently? Are stress hormones blocking fat mobilization? Is insulin resistance storing fat around the waist? Is low testosterone slowing fat oxidation? Is inflammation shutting down fat loss completely? A comprehensive blood panel lets you stop guessing and start fixing the actual blockers. That's how we achieve results like all of these. So before anything else, get your internal dashboard checked. Otherwise, you're trying to shred fat with the handbrakes firmly engaged. It can be done, but it's going to be way harder than it needs to be. Belly fat burning tool number 2, balance your macros. Most guys think that fat loss is just about eat less, but what you eat changes how your body burns fat, especially around the lower belly. Think of your macros like 3 layers. First layer is protein, undoubtedly the most important of all of the layers. Protein is like hiring extra workers to empty the fat tank. Consuming sufficient protein will also preserve muscle mass while cutting. It will also regulate hunger so you don't overeat, and it will even improve insulin sensitivity. This study shows protein literally costs your body energy to break it down. Up to 30% of the calories in protein are burned off just in digestion. It's like fat loss with built-in cashback. If you're not getting enough protein, your body will happily burn muscle instead of fat. Layer number 3 is carbohydrates, the insulin lever. Carbs are not the enemy. Most people just overconsume them. Too many carbs for your lifestyle equals constant insulin spikes, and that leads to belly fat storage. The leanest guys manage their carbs based on their activity, not emotion. Think of insulin like a storage signal. If it's on all day, you're not burning fat. Keep carbohydrates on the moderate to lower end, consuming most of them in your pre and your post-workout meals to support performance and recovery with your training. The final layer is fats, the hormone support crew. Healthy fats like olive oil, eggs, nuts, and avocado are essential for testosterone production, reducing inflammation and stabilizing energy and blood sugar. Low-fat diets destroy hormones and slow down fat loss in the long term. When guys cut fats too low, testosterone tanks. Studies show men who eat more fats like olive oil, eggs, and nuts actually maintain higher testosterone levels while dieting. Healthy fats aren't the enemy. They're the raw materials your body uses to make testosterone, control inflammation, and stabilize blood sugar. The research is clear. When men cut fats too low, hormones drop, inflammation rises, and fat loss actually gets harder. So what's the goal? Not no carbs, not low fat, not just hit your calories. It's about eating in a way that keeps insulin stable, hormones optimal, and hunger under control so your body can actually burn belly fat. A simple rule of thumb is this: keep protein between 30 and 40% of total calories. Keep carbohydrates between 25 and 40% depending on your activity and training. And keep fats as a minimum 20 to 30% from quality sources. Dial in those ratios, not just the total. When macros are off, you can be in a calorie deficit and still gain belly fat, but when they're dialed in like this, fat finally starts moving from that midsection. One final point on the food side of things: limiting pro-inflammatory foods and ultra-processed foods and sticking with a predominantly whole foods-based diet using foods like this, I guarantee will make the process way easier, but also following a diet you enjoy will be key for the sustainability factor. Belly fat burner number 3, strength training. If you're still trying to run your belly fat off, then you're playing the wrong game. Strength training is one of the most powerful tools for stripping that stubborn belly fat. And if you're not including it in your regime, then you're making a big mistake. Here's why. Muscle is your metabolic engine. It's like a furnace. The more you have, the more calories you burn, even when you're not moving. Cardio burns calories while you're doing it. Muscle burns calories 24/7. Muscle also improves insulin sensitivity, meaning less crazy blood sugar spikes and better fat loss. By regular strength training, you make your muscles act like a sponge for glucose. So instead of storing excess energy as fat, your body uses it within the tissues. This improves what's called nutrient partitioning, which basically means even if you don't eat less calories, your body will put less of them into those stubborn areas and more of them into the areas that we want, like the muscle tissue. This is why you can actually improve body composition, fat to muscle ratios substantially, even without a calorie deficit. And we're not done yet. Muscle also increases fat mobilizing hormones. Yes, lifting heavy boosts testosterone, growth hormone, and catecholamines like adrenaline, all of which tell your body to release stored fat. And there's an often missed additional benefit to strength training that guys often don't think about until it's too late. Actually looking good once all of the fat has gone, and not just looking like a skinny pork scratching. If you just diet and you don't lift, your body burns muscle first and holds onto fat. That's why so many guys get smaller, but the belly fat stays. And they become stuck with this skinny fat look that's not much better than when they started. So what type of strength training works best? Well, first off, you don't need to live in the gym. You just need consistency and you need intensity. Focus on your main compound lifts, your presses, your rows, your deadlifts, your squats. Isolation movements like bicep curls are great, but they're not going to stimulate the same hormonal cascade that's going to enhance the metabolism in the same way as the bigger lifts. Belly fat burning tool number 4, walking and zone 2 cardio. Most guys think that stripping the belly fat is about sweating buckets, doing high rocks, CrossFit, and endless HIIT workouts. Wrong. Walking like this in zone 2 is where you're going to optimize your fat burning system to strip that stubborn weight. Here's why this zone is so powerful for stubborn fat loss. At this intensity, your body uses fat as its primary fuel source. As these studies show, if you push harder, you actually stop prioritizing fat and start using other fuel sources like glucose. That's why activities like fast walking, incline treadmill, cycling, light jogging, rowing, and hiking are all incredible tools for losing the stubborn belly fat. You don't need to go balls to the wall. You just need to stay consistent and get in this zone as much as you can. Then you have walking, typically not zone 2, more like zone 1, but the same law still applies. In zone 1, you are burning fat as your body's preferred fuel source. And the good thing about walking is you can do it for large portions of your day, achieving huge amounts of calorie burn from fat specifically. It's literally the easiest way to increase daily energy expenditure without fatiguing the body, to lower inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, burn visceral and subcutaneous fat, and recover faster between workouts. And here's where it gets good. You can burn way more calories from walking and daily movement than from lifting and cardio combined, if you do it right. Aim for 8,000 to 12,000 steps per day. 30 to 45 minutes of zone 2 cardio most days. And for the love of your sanity, don't just do it on a treadmill. Do it outside hiking or doing something more enjoyable than just staring at a blank wall. Doing this will keep your body in the fat burning zone all day without frying your nervous system or spiking hunger aggressively. Lifting builds the engine. Zone 2 and walking clear the fuel tank. Belly fat burning tool number 5, sleep for 7 to 9 hours every night. I promise you, you won't lose the belly fat until you get this right. Sleep isn't just about recovery. It directly controls whether your body burns fat or stores it. If you're training hard and dieting and still not losing belly fat, this is probably the reason why. Here's what happens when you sleep less than 7 hours. Your stress hormones like cortisol shoot up, as does inflammation, both of which will slow down metabolism. Insulin sensitivity becomes hindered. High insulin blocks lipolysis, which is the mobilization of fat from the storage unit. Testosterone and growth hormone both drop. These hormones are key for fat loss and muscle retention. Without them, fat loss slows to a crawl. Hunger hormones go wild. Ghrelin elevates, making you want to eat a full cow, and leptin plummets, blocking satiety signals, making it possible that you may even be able to eat that full cow before feeling full. The result? You eat more without even realizing it. Now flip it. When you sleep 7 to 9 hours consistently, your body finally allows allows fat loss to happen. You lower inflammation, improve hormone balance, increase fat mobilization, and you recover properly. Think of sleep as the permission slip your body needs to burn belly fat. No sleep, no fat loss. Even in a deficit, things are going to feel almost impossible if you're not sleeping properly. Now we've covered the foundations, and honestly, these 5 tools are going to do the vast majority of the work. So don't think about anything unless you've got these things in check first. However, if you've already got all of this dialed in, then let's talk about some optimization tools you can use to make this whole process more streamlined. Here's a list of some bonus belly fat burning habits and tools. These ones are for the biohackers and health optimization enthusiasts out there. Number 1, cold therapy. Cold exposure, cold showers, ice baths, cryo, activates brown fat, BAT, increases calorie burn, and improves insulin sensitivity. It also stimulates cold shock proteins, which have a downstream effect on metabolism. There are even some studies like these that show the potential benefits of cold exposure, specifically for reducing stubborn belly fat. Optimization tool number 2, injectable L-carnitine. Carnitine plays a key role in fat oxidation, stage 3 of the fat loss process that we've already mentioned. It helps shuttle the fatty acids into the mitochondria so they can actually be burned as fuel. This is especially powerful when paired with exercise. This is not for everyone, but for those who are open to it, 200 to 500 milligrams of injectable L-carnitine before working out can really speed up stubborn fat loss. P.S. Do not take any supplements like this without first consulting your doctor. Optimization tool number 3, yohimbine, a potent alpha-2 receptor blocker, which means it helps to free up stubborn fat in areas like the lower belly and the love handles. This is particularly effective fasted and before cardio. Now, there is a downside to yohimbine in that it can raise blood pressure and increase anxiety in a small number of people. So if you're someone who has cardiovascular issues or suffers with anxiety, this is not something you'll want to do. And even if you do, you must consult your doctor first. Optimization tool number 4, caffeine. Caffeine raises catecholamines like adrenaline and increases fat mobilization. Consuming an espresso pre-cardio stacked with yohimbine and or L-carnitine is a beautiful formula for rapid belly fat loss. Optimization tool number 5, peptides. Next level tools being used in metabolic optimization. SLU boosts fat mobilization and mitochondrial activity, helping the body burn stored fat more efficiently. 5-amino-1-MQ blocks an enzyme which speeds up fat metabolism, shrinks fat cells, and improves insulin sensitivity. BAM15, a mitochondrial uncoupler that increases calorie burn without stimulants, targets deep visceral fat and stubborn belly fat. Retatrutide, a triple agonist that suppresses appetite, improves blood sugar control, and increases fat oxidation, especially around the midsection. Then we have optimization tool number 6, thyroid support. Remember, the thyroid gland is responsible for regulating the metabolism through hormones T3 and T4. And if it's not functioning properly, then you're going to really struggle to get lean and shift that stubborn fat. And the problem is, in today's world, you can have subclinical hyperthyroidism, keeping your metabolism sluggish, but not low enough to be detected on your doctor's tests because they're using the flawed normal ranges, not the healthy optimal ranges. So you can be in range, but still struggling. This is exactly what happened to my client, Jeff. All of his doctor's tests came back with a normal thyroid panel because not only were they using flawed ranges, they were only testing TSH and T4. But T3 is the bioactive form that actually influences metabolism more than anything else. And when we tested it, it was on the floor. So we supported him with nutrients like selenium, iodine, vitamin D, and zinc. And just like magic, the weight fell off after decades of him trying and failing. So be like Jeff and make sure you support this metabolism lever with all of the right nutrients I've just mentioned. Now listen, the foundation tools are backed by hard data and countless clinical trials and studies. They are the priority. And although the optimization tools have less clear data and more anecdotal evidence, they are tools that I've used personally, as well as with many of our clients, and noticed significant improvements when done correctly. And I'll just lay it out straight for you. If you do all of this and you do it consistently and for long enough, you will lose the stubborn belly fat. I have no doubt in my mind. But as I always say, if you want to stop wasting your time watching videos like this and you want to actually start implementing this stuff so you can reap the rewards of having a lean and defined midsection that turns heads at the poolside on your next holiday and gets your kids thinking you're some kind of superhero, then click the link in the description and get booked in for a chat with our team. Or just click subscribe and stay tuned for more videos like this.